Chrissy Siders, and with Build Hope, the Garrett Family Home Initiative, Salena Taylor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we see you all the time, Salena, and this time we get to see you for what you're doing for the Garrett family, which I know John, Mr. Garrett, who is the nicest,
Yes.
one of the nicest guys. I've always said that for years.
Yeah.
Just one of the nicest guys. I miss him reffing all the time. He was the most level-headed ref out there.
Yes.
But great family.
He comes and visits with the people in the stands during the game.
He does.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. He's just a great guy, great family. Talk
Great
a little bit
family.
about the Garrett family and what they've been through this past year.
They decided to be very public with the community and let us all know what happened with them and their daughter when she became ill. And they were very, very open with all of us and sharing with us how they almost lost their daughter. She almost died. We watched a very traumatic ordeal unfold before all of our eyes. We all came together. We were praying for that family. We were all trying to see what we could do to be a help, to build a hedge around them and to help them during one of the most roughest, toughest times that we all know, if you're a parent, that any parent or family could be facing. And so that's sort of what brought us to this present moment.
Chrissy, as a parent, when you see a story like this, someone you know, someone in the community, you just want to help, and that's what True's doing.
Yeah, our first opportunity to help the family came when Yvette Wilkie called me and said, hey, I have some friends and this is what their need is. And I said, well, tell me what they really need. And at that time, it really was actually a vehicle to be able to transport Kimmy back and forth. Today, that need has evolved. I think that's what brings us to today. Salena, as she said, this trauma doesn't just, it's not just done. It's not, okay, well, Kimmy's here and we prayed and our prayers were answered that Kimmy is here.
Yes.
But it is now, what's the next step in the legacy of this family? And the new need is a home. That they can live in, be comfortable in, and this is for the whole family, and that, it came about really from Salena just doing the good work that she always does, where she sees a need in the community and says, who can I talk to about helping to make this need, come to fruition?
So you're the founder of Partial to Girls,
Yes.
and you've been, for the last several years, just help. That's your mission. This particular project, Build Hope, the Garrett Family Home, how can people help?
Oh, Bart, they can help in so many different ways. One of the main ways that they can help us is giving financially. Because of course we know that building hope to build this home through Habitat Humanity, it's gonna cost money. And when I think about money, I think collectively we can get the money. I think we can rally together and really focus on one need that concerns us all. A whole family. We have a whole beautiful family here, and they survived something traumatic right before our eyes. Their daughter became ill and went in with all of her limbs. She just went in with everything, and she came out a survivor, but her survival is without her limbs.
Sure.
And look how beautiful she is.
Look at that, her
She's
smile.
just beautiful, a beautiful angel.
Yeah.
And God spoke to my heart about this story. I want to help all the girls that I can, of course, it's my mission. But when I saw her story, the hardship of the family, all of the surgeries and everything that little girl went through, I really wanted to step in and do something. I wanted to use my voice and my lived experience to gather people from our community. And one entity for sure I know in our city that's always helping families and helping with the bigger projects. I just went straight to Chrissy in True Community and asked her to meet with me. And of course, everybody knows how Chrissy is when there's an emergency in the community. She got me right in there, and this is why we're here today.
Yeah.
Our minds came together along with others from True Community and Yvette Wilkie from RJ's, and we've just been brainstorming.
How is Kimmy's illness and recovery, how does that impact the Garrett's daily life as a family? Obviously,
Yeah.
Kimmy needs full care.
Yeah, I mean, the doctor's appointments are immense, you know. Remember, too, Kimmy's still growing.
Yeah.
She's this little girl, right, who, as she grows, the prosthetics have to grow, her ability to do things on her own changes. You know, like you said, when we have young kids, you know, I mean, we're their caregivers, but I mean, the goal, you know, is to allow someone to live, you know, individually and to be able to, you know, take care of themselves. And I mean, Kimmy's all in for that. You know, if you follow the family at all on social media, she is feeding herself. She is trying to figure out how to play basketball, soccer, like you name it, right? Like,
It's awesome to see.
But there are doctor's appointments, and there are moments of sadness, and there are moments of joy, and you know, it's this roller coaster of life that the family is now on, and they're all in and committed to be, you know, all in for that. But this is where I think Salena brought up probably the most important point of this is about people in the community coming together. This is not about one group. This is about us partnering with Habitat for Humanity, which wasn't our initial intent, you know. And so that's, I think, what I love about the beauty of this is when we brought others in who have the same heart for it, they said, hey, what about if we use Habitat for Humanity? You know, what about if, you know, we go to this individual and we start talking about how we can, you know, crowdsource some funding for it? What about if we make this announcement at the Black Excellence Awards when, you know, we have a great audience there of people who just genuinely want to build up the community? And you're seeing the community come together when, candidly, the world is so fractured. And to me, that's another piece that, I mean, we could put Jackson on the map for being able to just love each other, which is this like unicorn concept today.
Yeah.
Has the site been selected? Have we started yet?
The site has not been selected,
Okay.
so we're certainly in the funding phase right now. The other thing, you know, that Salena and I talked a lot about is, you know, this is Selena's idea. This was, you know, her seeing the need, but for us, it's also about the Garrett family gets to choose their home. The Garrett family gets to choose what works for them, what makes sense for them. You know, they have kids who are going to school in district, and you know, we're going to work through that. But we're first going to come together as a community and raise the funds and show that we can do that.
So the way you can help is financially, and you can do that today. Here's the QR code, and you can also visit buildhopeinjackson.com.
Yes.
Or if you see Chrissy, just
I mean, give me cash. I work at a credit union.
That's
I
right.
promise to put it, you know,
Very
somewhere.
trustworthy with it.
I'll get it to Habitat for Humanity. You know, in all seriousness, like we need people to give. There's no dollar amount too small, no dollar amount too large.
Right.
You know, we'll take it all, and I think we can do it.
We can do it.
Yeah,
we
let's
can
do
do
it.
it. We're going to do it. We are in the midst of building hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, good luck with the mission, and thanks for sharing all this with our community today.
Thanks
for
for letting us share.
KTV, yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Salena Taylor and Chrissy Siders on The Morning Show, which continues after this.